Seeing clearly without glasses? That sounds too good to be true. This is what this video is all about. We're gonna talk about Dr. Bates' method to improve your eyesight naturally. So this video is for you if you are trying to improve your eyesight naturally, if you have heard about eye exercises, you're confused what they mean, or the Bates method in general, or if you believe in natural healing and you want to explore these options. And just a full disclaimer, I'm a vision trainer. I train on the Bates method. So this method is what helped me get rid of my glasses and helped a lot of my clients as well. Today, I'll talk about the content of Dr. Bates' Better Eyesight Without Glasses book that was published at the late 1930s. Before we get started, let's introduce who is Dr. Bates. He was an ophthalmologist at the very beginning of the 19th century, and he discovered that the eyes can heal and he can reverse most of the refractive issues, meaning myopia or nearsightedness, farsightedness or hyperopia, presbyopia or needing reading glasses, astigmatism, which is seeing things distorted, lazy eye, squint. So he was an ophthalmologist and he examined thousands of eyes up until he refined his technique to kind of pinpoint exactly what were the root causes of these vision or refractive issues. And he was able actually to apply these concepts, and he started publishing in the magazines, and then he kind of compiled everything in one book, and this is what we have as a remainder of Dr. Bates. So let's discuss what's the book all about. The first thing, he talks about the theory and the fact about the eyesight and how they do the eye exam. Of course, technology was very basic at that time, and now we have a lot more advanced eye examination technology and techniques. But if you want to go through the book, you will be enjoying how he used the retinoscopy and how he can measure the refractive error inside the eyes of his patients. And then he talks about the accommodation. Accommodation is what we recently know that the lens and the sphere are responsible for seeing clearly. So if you want to see clearly, the lens has to accommodate, which is to shrink or to expand. But Dr. Bates believed in his theory that the sphere is what's responsible for changing the shape of the eyeball. So if it's too elongated, that will help you see far in a distance. If it's a little short, that will help you read up close. And depending on that concept, Dr. Bates was able to kind of lay out all the foundation for natural eyesight improvement. Next, he talks about the root cause of the error of refractions, and he explains that in details. As we said, there is astigmatism, there is myopia or nearsightedness, farsightedness, hyperopia. He talks about a lot of the anatomy of the eye and how it works. And next, he moves to the strain. So eye strain, he actually blames the bad habit of straining the mind and the eyes as the root cause for all refractive issues. So let's assume that the eyeball is a sphere and you have muscles that surround it. There are group of four muscles and two kind of side-to-side muscles, and those muscles are responsible for moving the eye up, down, left, right, and then twisting or keeping it balanced. And when those muscles are stressed, and that happens because of strain in the mind or in the eyes. So long story short, strain is what causes refractive issues. Then he moves to the concept of central fixation. So central fixation is what we currently call the foveal vision. So let me explain this in simple words. If you are looking straight and things are moving around you, this is called peripheral vision. So you're not going to see a lot of details, but you see movement and you pick up some color and so on. But at the very center of the spot that you're looking at, this is what's called foveal vision. So you see a lot of details, you see colors. And this part of vision is what's called central fixation. So his Bates concept is if you try to kind of work your way to a better central fixation, so only pay attention to small area of your vision, that will relax the eye muscles and you'll see clearer. In the next chapters, he talks about techniques that he uses with his clients to relax those eye muscles or restore the natural shape of the eyeball. So the first technique is palming. Palming is basically using the hands to cover the eyes and kind of relax the muscles. It might sound too easy, and a lot of people ask the same question. Don't we do that when we sleep? And there is a huge discussion about that, if we do it intentionally or not, using the hands or not. Are the rapid eye movement during your sleep stages involved or not? But Dr. Bates From experience, working with tens of thousands of eyes again, he discovered that palming or relaxing those muscles by covering them, kind of give him like massage. This will help relax the muscles surrounding the eyeball, and this will cause the sphere to go back to its original shape. And he moves to memory. So what memory means is when you are looking, for example, let's go outside and look just for 10 seconds. And if you close your eyes, are you able to remember what you saw on the locations of these objects? Let's see, tree, cars, you have houses, you have plenty of objects. Sometimes you have animals. So when you close your eyes, are you able to remember correctly? So Dr. Bates basically says that if you have poor memory, if you're not able to remember things, you have too much strain on your eyes. And the way to relax those eye muscles, the second way, is by improving your memory. And there are a lot of techniques that he shares about memory. Next, he talks about imagination. And imagination basically is closing your eyes while you're palming, or simply just closing your eyes and just trying to bring up colors, shapes, letters, and memories. So this will actually improve your vision, since if you feel that you can bring up relaxation to the mind by imagining things that you're seeing, this will relax the eye muscles. And this actually is one of the most helpful exercises that you can do from the Bates method, which is training your imagination, especially colors. When you work on colors, it works the best when you are palming. Next, he talks about shifting and swinging. So Dr. Bates insists on the concept of moving your eyes. So as we said, he blames everything on staring. Staring is freezing, diffusing your vision, and trying to see everything clearly. This will put too much tension. So the idea of shifting or swinging is kind of like moving your central fixation, or this clear spot, from side to side. So he advises against staring and against trying to see everything clearly. And this was a new concept to me when I learned about the Bates method. And actually it is very beneficial and easy to apply. So once you master it, it's very enjoyable, but it does take some time to kind of get the hang of it. He talks about different vision conditions. I'm gonna skip that since it was mostly theories. And then next he talks about special conditions like presbyopia, or needing reading glasses, squint, or amblyopia, which is a lazy eye. He talks about the causes and treatments. Floaters, he talks about floating specs, as he calls it. And he suggests that you try to look at a blank wall and just focus on a dot, any dot that is there. And he says that most people will be just ignoring their floaters, and the main cause of floaters is diffusing or the strain. You're not trying to focus on on one object at a time. You're trying to see everything clearly. And then next in the book, he puts everything together. He talks about home treatment, like a small routine. He talks about palming. He talks about other ways of relaxing the eye muscles, as we said, memory, imagination, sunning, and he describes how to do that. So this was an introduction to the Bates method. I personally am a vision trainer. I train on the Bates method, and we do have actually a lot of new techniques that got added to the Bates method. So if this book interests you, you can go ahead and buy it. To learn more about natural eyesight improvement, you can go ahead and watch the playlist that I put up there. It has a lot more to offer. We don't have time to cover it today. See you there.